can it be that you're here with me? Let's start writing our own history. Let's take this road, oh, this winding, winding road. Let's just take the long way home.
Hey friend, welcome back to the VanBuild series. Yeah.
I didn't even know what we were doing here.
Yep, this is the intro to a new episode.
Intro.
And we've got so many projects to wrap up on. There's like a billion little details.
A billion. There's so many things to do.
And we have about a week left to button up our van and get on the road. Oh my word. What have we done?
Well, we've done a lot of work.
I actually went and bought this way overpriced RV stool thing. Janelle, well, why did I buy this?
Well, I never specifically asked for it. I could make the big step, but Levi just wanted to bless me with a little step. So
it's
that
actually a really nice step. This trim piece isn't here. When you open the door, you got this big, ugly, like, that just looks really bad. Yeah, I really like that rounded corner on there. This van project is having me learn how to use a bunch of tools I've never used before, like my dad's router. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for lending me your router. Will all our stuff line up the way we envisioned once we start gluing fabric to this? Which fabric isn't very thick, but it definitely changes fitment. This is kind of exciting. We ordered a really generic mattress from Amazon. What we were looking for was one that had memory foam. We bought a king size because we wanted to be able to cut off the foam and have some extra use for backrests and things like that. And we're gonna now try measure and cut this thing to size. Our mattress is 50 3/4 inches wide. So I've never cut a mattress before, but I bought this hot wire foam cutter thing. We're gonna see what happens here. It's red hot. We've got some room to practice. So like really just slices like right in. It's like red hot. Wow. That's fun. I think we should probably do it in 2 sections. Or at least. Wow. We're getting better at this.
How much was that thing?
$25. Okay, so our console area here is an utter disaster. One thing that's been a pet peeve of mine is this piece of plastic right here. What I've done is made a bracket that looks a little scary when it's just like this. So I found a way to mount this bracket kind of in right like that off that bolt, and then 2 bolts there next to the shifting knob. And this is going to become the new mounting face, one made out of aluminum. So this is what I'm going to add all my switches to instead. Yeah, a little custom action going on here. So the shower valve mixer thing that I bought with the quick disconnect came in this box that I think is supposed to be mounted to like the outside of an RV or something. And it pops open. But this is just like way too big, bulky, and ugly. It's gonna do the trick. And I'm gonna mount that. It'll kind of be this nice clean install right underneath the counter there. Okay, Janelle, what have you been working on?
This piece of foam is actually the extension of our bed. It's gonna be attached to here with some Velcro, and then it's gonna fold down into the back of our
bench seat. Okay, so that back's not the final piece, but this is basically final. Janelle, you want to show how it opens? Back goes up, and look at that. Are you willing to demonstrate usage of?
Oh yeah.
You can flip it open, yeah.
And we got this nice little curve here so your legs don't rest against the edge. And there you go.
And I've complained about it on Instagram already before. So this Nature's Head toilet was the most expensive single item that we had purchased for the van, which was recently dethroned by the isotherm fridge. I'm not convinced that it's worth as much as we paid for it. There doesn't seem to be tons of options of like built-in separating toilets, and the reason why we wanted a separating toilet is when number one and number two stay apart, that prevents as much smell. So yeah, we would have just gotten a cheap little thing, which is like $200 to $300 maybe at most, but if that wasn't working out and it created all the smell and it was really annoying, adding one of these larger toilets later is a little bit of a hassle, kind of because we're on a time crunch and because I know a lot of people really like this specific toilet. We just bought it. It's yet to be proven if it's worth it, because looking at it, it does not seem like it's over $1,000 toilet. Like, come on, it's just a bunch of plastic with some electric fans and a separating urine compartment. Like, it can't, like, I'd put this thing at $500 at most. So the lifts actually hold it in the down position too, so it won't bump around on roads. We still got to finalize how we're doing the back of our bed there, but some of these details are coming together. So one of the things that's been really important to me and a little challenging because it's just been so hectic with this VanBuild project is just staying on top of actually running my business. So that way when we hit the road and we want to travel, I still have a business, so that way we can pay to travel longer. And the main place that I go to, it's kind of like the hub where I check on the health of my business, is actually logging into my website. And this is where new clients will reach out to see if they want me to do work for them. And I kind of assess each project as it comes in. But this is also where I run our online store. So that's where we sell all our merch from. So I actually run my website, the whole thing, through the sponsor of this video, and that is Squarespace. And one of the things I really appreciate about Squarespace, and one of the reasons why I'm a customer, is that it's got a lot of really powerful functionality just built right into it. So you don't ever need to update or install anything ever. So a really powerful e-commerce platform for running an online store, contact forms built right in. You've got really powerful analytics so you can see what people are doing when they get to your website and how they're finding it. But I recommend if you have a business you want to start or a creative idea you want to bring to life, check out squarespace.com and use my code to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Janelle, can we tell them about the oiling that we're doing? Oh my goodness. I don't think we've shown how much of a disaster of van parts this place has turned into. Oh my goodness.
I just point out this is literally all van stuff because I've packed most of our belongings. So what we're gonna use is this product called Odie's oil. It's actually like food safe, so we're gonna use it on our counter and our cedar.
We're not staining the cedar.
No, we don't want to change the color at all. We just want the colors to pop. That's already in there. So that's why we've chosen oil, not like a stain.
There's some coatings that actually are meant to like seal things in, where the cedar will perform best if it's like breathing. This is going on all the cedar?
All of it. I'm gonna cover all the cedar in this.
My parents just stopped by randomly with my grandparents.
I somehow forgot. And Grandpa, I didn't know. I forgot you were visiting. Okay, come see the progress. Come see.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Woo!
Cedar looks so good.
Yeah, Janelle.
That finish turned out nice, Levi.
Janelle painfully like rubbed Odie's oil into everything.
Let's go camping. Oh, we're not invited, I bet.
Really warm lights, Levi.
Nice shirt, Mom. Okay, Mom, you're out and Grandpa and Grandma in. Okay, come on in, Grandpa. Yeah, you gotta see. It's way better once you get inside. Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
Stuff that you milled from.
Yeah, we milled that from a tree here in Abbotsford.
Did you really?
Yeah. We had help, obviously, with people that actually know how to mill.
Oh, okay. So you'll be able to live in this as you go out to Alaska.
Yeah, we're gonna have like running hot water.
I got kind of distracted with grandparents visiting. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
But in the meantime, while they were hanging around, I upholstered this piece of wood here.
So many hours have gone into this little thing.
Does it pass Janelle's test?
It passes my test.
And if anybody asks why a van takes so darn long to build, it's stuff like that.
Looks so professional, Levi.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm just
just tickled pink, you know? I'm just thrilled. Is that a phrase I can use? I'm just
Tickled pink. I've never heard you use that phrase, but you can use it.
I'm just happy. What does Heath George say? Tickety-boo. I feel tickety-boo right now.
I took like the cover that the mattress came in and just kind of sewed the edges so it fit again.
You did a really good job sewing.
It was okay. It's kind of a hack job, but it works.
Play hide and seek in the van.
Don't actually close it.
I'm gonna close it.
No.
It'll be fun.
No, I don't want to.
On this chest bench seat build, it's also the first time that I've used pocket holes. They're basically just a good way to apply, to connect board material together without having to do any fancy joinery. Here's the deal. We basically have a week left. That's how much time we have left.
Because ideally we finish the van in that week, and then our leeway days are like clean up, wrap up.
Move out of this suite.
Yeah.
So we've got like a couple days of buffer, but the buffer is really tight. And we've got a book here just filled to the brim of to-do list items. And that's not even all of it. So we've got basically 2 full pages of stuff to do.
Today, just kidding.
It'd be great if we got it all done today. That would be amazing. And I think one of the hardest parts about that whole list is that a bunch of those tasks, like more than half of them, I've never done before.
Yeah.
And that I like that unknown. I like the challenge, but it's like, why didn't I practice putting on hinges of doors 6 months ago so that way I would have had it perfected by now? We've got this roof rack project that as well is underway, but literally these cabinets is the last main thing we need to do so that way we can have a van to take to Alaska. Depending on how good we do building these first sets of them, so we're gonna start with the galley, then go to this side. Depending on how good we do, means maybe we'll get all of them done, or maybe we'll just get some of them done before the trip. So we're kind of prioritizing the order that we're gonna build them. This, funny enough, this, like, not welding, not other things, like this is the part that for some reason I've been the most intimidated by. I think what we're gonna do is just start with cutting out the 2 panels that will end up making this side of the cabinetry. Look at that.
That's pretty good.
Whenever people ask what's taking so long with the van build, unlike an addition on a house or a renovation, not a single line is straight in this van. Everything's got curves.